Welcome to the video series, How to Build Your Food Truck. Hopefully you guys like my cool little drawing up here. That's a replica of what we have on our food truck. That's a pickup. Believe it or not, that is a pickup. It's pulling a trailer, which ends up being a mobile vendor or a food trailer is what they call it. And I'm Frank Baltierez, and we have been doing a video series, a really cool video series, building a food truck. If you want to get started in the food truck business and you want to build it yourself, or if you are looking around on different ideas on how, what kind of equipment do I need? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that to my new food truck business? These are the videos for you. What we've taken is an empty 7x16 trailer that we found on Facebook Marketplace. You can find anything on there. And we're converting it into a mobile kitchen on wheels because at the end, we're going to sell it. So that's the final product that we're going to be doing. And step by step by step, we've been doing videos, doing the journey since the beginning all the way to where we're at now, which is the sinks and different things like that. But there's an issue. I live in the Chicagoland area, and it's either cold or it's been snowing out here these last couple of days, which has hindered the progress that I've been able to make outside in the food truck. So with that, I was like, let's take this opportunity to talk to my subscribers here and answer a question that I've been asked, that a popular question that has been asked a couple times, maybe not this exact same way, but it's kind of similar. So hopefully this answers your question and it gets you in the right path to picking the right generator for your food truck, because the generator is like one of the biggest things that you have in your food truck. You have to pick the right one because there's some that are really, really pricey. There's some that are really, really loud. And how do I pick the right one? Great question. So we're going to cover that today. So again, the video series is called How to Build a Food Truck. And the question today is what generator to use that's right for my food truck that will power all my appliances that I have. So with that, we're going to do some math problems. I bought my calculator here because we're going to be doing some math on how to figure out how many watts of a generator I should buy, how big of a generator I should buy, and generators are usually rated in watts. And how do we convert amps to watts to know how big or how small of a generator to buy? Great question. So I've been doing electrical work since high school, a long time. I'm dating myself. I'm like a dinosaur here. and I've been doing it since high school. And all my life, I've been doing construction work, being in the telecom industry that I used to be in, or being just residential and commercial jobs, built hospitals, built, restaurants, you name it, residential, commercial, industrial. I've done it all in the electrical side. And I'm sure there's a different way on how to do the math problem that I'm going to show you guys that you guys should know. It's a pretty simple problem that I'm going to make it simple because it can be complicated. You can get into all the different abstract calculus and all that fun stuff, but we don't need that. We're going to keep it really, really simple so you can get the right product for the right job. So with that, let's get started. On the food truck, you're going to have equipment. Obviously, you're going to have equipment, and it depends on your food truck how much equipment you need. Obviously, it all depends on also how big of a trailer you need or a truck. Like for me, we sell breakfast burritos, and I don't need a freezer, right? I don't need to have a big freezer to carry ice cream. So it's going to be different from somebody that sells ice cream, somebody that makes, let's say, wings, to pizza, to whatever it is. They have different things. A pizza place has a big oven, and they might need a 240 line. Oh my gosh, what is 240? What is 120? Real quick on this. So in electricity, in commercial, oh my gosh, typically you have a 120 line, and it converts into 240. 240 in your house is kind of like what you would have for your air conditioner or your oven or your dryer. It could be 240 with a big plug, and it goes right on there. But what comes in from your electrical supply or from the street, the pole or underneath, you have a 120 line, and you have another 120 line. So when you have two of them together, they form a 240. If you look in your electrical panel and you have a breaker that's together like this and it has two, that's because there's one leg, we call it a leg, a 120 leg, and another one that connect together. In a food truck, typically, you're only going to need 120. 120 is enough to power a food truck. And that's what I have in mind. So what I have in mind, I'm going to show you guys what I have in mind, and then you guys can duplicate it and figure out for yours. So if you look on your equipment, they should all have a placard. and the placard tells you, who makes it, what's the model number, the serial number, all that fun stuff. And on there, usually it has amps. Amps and watts are what run the electrical world. On my equipment, I have a 4-foot cheapo thing. Let's go purple. So I have a 4-foot prep fridge, which is what I use to carry all my stuff. And that has a total of 5.6 amps. That's what I have as my cooler. Also, what I have is a food warmer. Right, when I cook my food, all my equipment that I use to cook my food is run on propane. Even my water heater is run on propane. But my food warmer, where after I cook it and I put in the food warmer, that is the big boy. It's tiny, but it carries a lot of electricity. It has 11.3 amps. 11.3 amps. Like I said, this is all relatable to your food truck and your food trailer. Look at your equipment and you're able to figure out how many watts of a generator you need after I show you guys this. Also, what I have is on the exhaust hood, on the top, usually you have like a dome, and it has a fan inside that circles around when you flick it with the switch. That's usually every restaurant, to be honest. The one that I have only does 3 amps. Right there. What else do I have? Oh, and I have like a display case that usually carries, like when I am doing a big catering or something like that, we usually put the food in there to keep it a little warmer after we make it, just for a little bit until we send it out to the catering. That has about, it's a small one too, it's about 3.6 amps. The water pump that I have, because in a food truck you need a water pump, in your house you don't, because usually the water comes in from the city or from a well, and that they call it a well pump. They have it in your house. The one from the city usually comes pressurized into your house, so you don't need a pump. But in a food truck, to develop pressure to come out from the faucet, you need a water pump. That one doesn't really carry a lot of electricity. We'll call it 1 amp. What else do I have? If you have a cash register or like a terminal, I don't have one. I have a little handheld machine, so I don't need to put that in there. My lights outside are all LEDs. My lights inside the food truck are all LEDs. Very, very minimal sucking up of electricity, as we call it, right? Not a lot of consumption. We'll call it 1 amp on there too. You know what? Let's give it, worst case scenario, 2 amps. So we have those 6 things right there. And I think that's pretty much all I have in my food truck. I'm trying to think with you guys here what I have. I'm running through my thing. That's it. So what we do here is you take your calculator, and remember I told you guys electricity runs on 120 or 240. So let's say you're trying to figure out how many watts go on 5.6 amps. So what you do is you take 5.6, you multiply that by 120, because that's what electricity, the leg of electricity, runs at. And you're going to come up with 672 watts. So we put 672. We do the same thing for the other one. 11.3 plus times 120. 1,356. So we got 3. 120 times 3, 360. 3.6. Ah, 3.6. Clear. 432 watts. And then we have 1 and 2. So 1, obviously 1 times 120. Hopefully you guys got that one, is 120. And then we got 2 times 120 is 240. So remember, these are all watts. You can do this on your equipment. I'm going to repeat it one more time. You can get your amps, multiply it by 120, and that's going to give you your watts. And then what we do here is we do 672 plus 1356 plus 360 plus 432 plus 120 plus 240. That gives me 3,178 watts. Where can I write this? And remember, well, I don't even think I've told you guys. What I have in my food truck is a Westinghouse 4500 dual fuel generator. You don't need the dual fuel. I'm telling you guys right now. I bought the dual fuel because I thought, this is before any experience with the food truck business, that I would run out of gas. And I would have to connect it to my propane tanks because it has a switch on there that you can switch it to propane. If you feel you need that security, do it. Trust me, you don't need it. I bought it on Amazon, so I'm going to link it here in the description. And it's a generator. It's a generator inverter, so it's enclosed in a nice little capsule, and it's insulated so it doesn't make a lot of noise, and you can be out like at 6 a.m. preparing, and you can have your generator on, and you don't wake up the whole neighborhood with all the loud clunking of the other generators. So make sure you invest in a great generator. It will pay off in the long run. So with that, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That is super duper cool. Hopefully these videos are of value to you and you're able to build your food truck, get started in the food truck business, or improve the one you have now with little things that you want to do. You know, sometimes you just want to change something here, change something there. How do I run a gas line here because I want to add another piece of equipment? That's what these videos are made for, because on the next videos, once the weather clears up, we're going to go outside again and start running like the gas lines, the plumbing lines, and everything like that. So stay tuned for those videos. Ask questions because I do get to every single question. I don't think I've missed any yet. So with that, Frank Waltier's with the food truck series, how to build your food truck. Rolling Burritos food truck is what I own out here in the Chicagoland area, and we sell breakfast burritos. So with that, thank you so much.